Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We have started the second chapter of general anatomy, that is bones and cartilage, and this is the second lecture from this chapter. These are the objectives that we have started last time. First four we have completed in the previous lecture, and the last objective, what is the classification of bones, we will complete today. Classification of bones. There are three ways to classify the bone: developmental classification, regional classification, and classification according to size and shape. So one by one we will discuss all of these three classifications. So how many classification of bone? Three. We will start from the developmental classification. Developmental classification, and it is according to the mode of the development of bone during the embryonic period, how the bone develop into intrauterine life. And the bones are categorized in the developmental classification into three main types: membranous bone, cartilaginous bone, and the membranocartilaginous bones. So we have started the developmental classification, and according to developmental classification, how the bone developed during the embryonic period, the bones, they are classified into three main categories: membranous bone, cartilaginous bone, and membranocartilaginous bone. What is the membrane bone? As the name is indicating, these bones, they are formed by intramembranous method of osteogenesis. These bones, they form cartilaginous bone, they form by the intracartilaginous method of osteogenesis, and these bone, they form by both of these method. So what is intramembranous method of osteogenesis? We will start from the membrane bone. Membrane bone, they develop by the intramembranous method of osteogenesis. It means that these bones, they develop in membranous sheet. The embryonic tissue, it is called as mesenchymal tissue. These mesenchymal tissue, it forms the membranous sheet, and then these membranous sheet जो है, they are converted into bones by a method of osteogenesis that is called as intramembranous method of osteogenesis. Which bones they develop by intramembranous method of osteogenesis? These are the flat bones of the skull vault and bones of the face. Both of these bones, they develop by intramembranous method of osteogenesis. So क्या होता है membranous bones में? First, mesenchymal tissue, that is the embryonic tissue, it forms the membranous sheet. Then these membranous sheets, they are calcified by the deposition of calcium salts, and cells, they are formed, bone cells inside these membranous sheet, and bone will develop. The example of the bones that develop by intramembranous method of osteogenesis, these two bones: flat bone of the skull and bones of the face. Next method is the cartilaginous bones. These bones, they develop by the intracartilaginous method of osteogenesis. What happens in intracartilaginous method of osteogenesis? First of all, there is formation of a hyaline cartilage. Then this hyaline cartilage is converted into bone. So first there will be a preformed model of the hyaline cartilage. Then this hyaline cartilage, by the intracartilaginous method of osteogenesis, it was converted into bones. The example of the bones that develop by the intracartilaginous method of osteogenesis: bones of the limbs, ribs, and the vertebra. These bones, they develop by the intracartilaginous method of osteogenesis. So two method of osteogenesis, intramembranous and the intracartilaginous method of osteogenesis. क्या difference है intramembranous में? First of all, there is deposition of the formation of the mesenchymal sheets, and intracartilaginous, first of all, there is a small model of the bone is formed in the form of a hyaline cartilage. The example जो थी membranous की, it was the bones of the flat bones of the skull and the face, while the examples of the cartilaginous is the bones of the limb, ribs and the vertebra. The third method of the developmental classification of the bone, it is the membranocartilaginous bone. In this method, bones partly develop in membranes and half portion of the bone it develops in cartilage. The examples are the mandible and the clavicle, occipital bone, temporal bone and sphenoid bone of the skull, mandible and clavicle. These are the example of the membranocartilaginous bone. So this was the first classification, that is the developmental classification. In developmental classification, we have divided the bones into three types: membranous, cartilaginous and the membranocartilaginous bones. Here this is the second classification, that is the regional classification of the bone. In the regional classification, the bones, they are classified into two types according to the region. Bones of the axial skeleton and bones of the appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton की bones जो हैं, they consist of bones of head and trunk, which includes the skull bones, ossicles of the middle ear, the rib cage, sternum and the vertebral column. While the bones of the appendicular skeleton means bones of the upper limb and the lower limb. So this is very simple. Previous lecture में भी इसको मैंने discuss किया था, the regional classification of the bones. In this classification, bones of the body, they are divided upon the basis of their region into two main groups. जो सेंटर में बोन्स हैं और appendicular skeleton की bones. So we have discussed two classification, developmental classification and the regional classification of the bone. And here there is the third classification, that is classification according to size and shape. In this classification, the bones, they are divided into long bone, short bone, flat bone, irregular bones, sesamide and accessory bone. So in the classification according to size and shape, the bones, they are divided into 6 types. So what are the long bones? We will discuss one by one these 6 types. Long bone, as the long bone, they consist of a central shaft and 2 expanded ends, which are smooth and articular. Here we have started the third classification according to size and shape, and the long bones, they are further divided into typical long bone and miniature long bone. These long bone, they have a central shaft and 2 expanded ends, and these expanded ends, they are articular. The typical long bone जो है, they have a considerable length. They are long bones and they includes the humerus, radius and ulna of the upper limb. And in case of miniature long bone, they have the same feature, central shaft and 2 expanded ends, but they are short in length. This is the example of the typical long bones. This is the femur, then this is the tibia and this is the fibula. Long bone जो center वाला portion है, this is the shaft and these expanded ends that are articular. This is humerus, ulna and this is the radius. So this is an example. These are the example of the typical long bones. They have a considerable length, they have a central shaft and 2 expanded ends. And here you can see the short bones. The short bones of the body, they are the tarsal bones and the carpal bones. These bones, they have nearly the same dimension. इनकी length, width and thickness, they are almost equal and they are irregular in shape. They includes the bones of the wrist that are called as carpal bone and bones of the ankle that are called as tarsal bone. The short bone का जो structure है, center में there is a spongy bone and there is an outer shell of the compact bone. So these are the examples of the short bones. We are studying classification according to size and shape. First we discuss the long bone. and the examples of the long bone, and then comes the short bone, and these are the examples of the short bones, tarsal bones and the carpal bones. Then comes the third type of bone in the classification according to size and shape. They are the flat bones. They usually occur as thin and curved plate, and they serve as a protective covering, and they provide a broad surface for the attachment of the muscles. Here you can see the example of the flat bone of the skull, cranial bone, sternum, ribs and the scapula. These are the example of the flat bones, and the structure of the flat bone is there is a thin layer of the spongy bone inside, and outer there are two layers of the compact bone. The compact bone के जो two layers हैं they are called as table, और जो central spongy bone है it is called as diploid. Short bone or flat bone, central spongy bone and outer bone it is compact. So next are the irregular bones. These bones, as they don't come into any other categories, they are very irregular in shape, and they have several processes. Again, they have the same structures, central spongy bone and outer compact bone. Here you can see the examples of the irregular bone: hip bone, vertebra, bones of base of skull and bones of the face, maxilla and the zygomatic. So we are discussing classification according to size and shape, long bone, short bone, flat bones, and then comes the irregular bones. These are the examples of the irregular bone. Vertebra, this is the vertebral column. Here you can see these are very irregular bones. They have several processes. They don't fit into any other category. Sacrum, this is again an example of the irregular bone. Next are the sesamite bones. Sesamite bone, the name is from the sesame seed. These are the sesame seed, and this is the plant of the sesame seed. As these seeds they are embedded in this flower, the sesamite bone they are also embedded within a tendon or muscle. Here again you can see the sesame seed that is embedded in this flower. Just like this sesamite bone, they are embedded in a tendon or a muscle. Again the sesame plant. The example of the sesamite bone, it is the patella that is embedded in the tendon of the quadriceps femoris muscle. This is the quadriceps femoris muscle, and this is the tendon, and this is the patella. So patella is a sesamite bone that is embedded in the tendon of the quadriceps muscle. So this is the example of the sesamite bone. Here again in this X-ray you can see this is an extra bone that is embedded in a tendon, and this is the sesamite bone. In the hands, the sesamite bone they are embedded in the tendon of adductor pollicis muscle or the flexor pollicis brevis. Here again you can see another sesamite bone that is embedded in the tendon of small muscle of the hand. Last one are the accessory bones. The accessory bone they are further classified into supernumerary bone, vermian bone and the heterotropic bone. Supernumerary bone they have these bone they develop when a certain bone it has an extra center of ossification. These bones they are present in the foot and hand. On the radiograph of the foot, these bones they can be mistaken for the bone chip that can result from the injury. The example of the supernumerary bones are the, let me show you, these are the example of the supernumerary bones. Os vesalium pedis, os peroneum, os cuboidus. These extra bones, the small extra bones, they develop when some bone it has an extra center of ossification. These blue color bone, they are the accessory bones, and red color bones, they are the sesamoid bones that are embedded in a tendon of muscle. So these accessory bone, they can be mistaken as a torn portion of the or the broken portion of a bone, but actually they are the accessory bones. Here you can see another type of bone, that is the Vermian bone. The other name of Vermian bone, it is the intrasutural bone. When there are sometimes a small bones that is present between the sutures, this is called as sutural bone, intrasutural bone or the Vermian bones. Here again you can see the Vermian bones that is present between the sutures of the skull. Last of all, it is the heterotropic bone. So we are discussing the classification of the bone according to size and shape, and we are on the accessory bone. Accessory bones में three types की bones थी, supernumerary, Vermian and the heterotropic bone. Here you can see this is an example of the heterotropic bone, a small bone that is present in the muscle or the soft tissue bone. Such bones, they develop in the adductor muscles of the horse riders. So heterotropic bone क्या है? These are the type of the accessory bones they develop in muscles or other soft tissues. The example क्या है heterotropic bone की? It is the rider bone. These rider bones, they develop in the adductor muscles of the horse rider. जो horse riders हैं, when they continuously travel on the horse, by the continuous rubbing, there is an extra bone it develop in the muscles, that is in the adductor muscles of the horse riders, that is called as rider bone. So this was the last classification, that is according to size and shape. According to size and shape, we have divided the bone into 6 types, and out of these 6 types, the last one, that were the accessory bones, they are further divided into 3 types: supernumerary, Vermian and the heterotropic bone. Here there are the few MCQs about this lecture. The patella is called a what bone? What is the answer? Sutural, sesamoid or the Vermian bone? So patella is called as sesamoid bone. Many times there is a small bone that is embedded between the sagittal suture and the coronal suture. This small bone would be called all of the following except. It is called as sutural bone, it is called sesamoid or Vermian. So what is the answer? Except sesamoid. Which of the following is considered to be an irregular bone? Rib, humerus or the vertebra? Vertebra, it is an irregular bone. Adults have 206 bones in their body. Babies are born with how many bones? The answer is C, 300 bones. Nutrient necessary for healthy bones, they are called: A option is calcium and vitamin D, B option is zinc and magnesium, C option is protein, and D option is all of the above. So answer is all of the above. Which of the following is not a flat bone? Scapula, sternum, mandible or the frontal bone? I just told you the examples of the flat bone. So what is the answer? One bone that is not flat, it is mandible. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a long bone? They are always long in length, they are longer than they are wide. They sometimes contain spongy bone at the ends. They are more numerous than any other bone type. Answer is D. Anatomists classify the tarsals as what type of bone? Long bone, short bone, irregular bone or the sesamoid bone? So tarsal bones, they are the examples of the long bone or short bone. Of course, they are the examples of the short bones. Tarsal and carpal bones, they are the short bones. Which of the following is not an irregular bone? Vertebra, sphenoid bone, hyoid bone, and the scapula bone. Scapula, it is a flat bone. What is sesamoid bone? A short bone embedded in a tendon that has a sesame seed shape, a bone that has an irregular shape, a bone that is longer than it is wide, a bone that is found in the sutures of the skull. Answer is A. A short bone embedded in a tendon that has a sesame seed shape. What type of bone is the radius bone? You will answer this question in comments. What type of bone is the radius bone? Short, irregular, long bone, or sesame bone? And thank you. This was all about today's lecture.